a different kind of a service for people who need help.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Susan and Kanti with personal care, companion care, such as light housekeeping, meal preparation, like that, or personal care, such as, bathing, toileting, feeding, things like that. So that is our home care services.
So you're more like a friend.
Yes, we are like their family, When family can be there, we are like their extended family. When family cannot be there, yes.
Or when family doesn't know how to care in the same capacity that you do. Now, is there any, you do say, and here is a very descriptive poster that talks a little bit about what home helpers are all about, but senior care, new moms, that's new. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay, yeah, so new mom, a lot of time they got to focus on the infant, okay, on the baby. So what we could help with is help them to go run errands, buy diapers and help them clean up the house, clean, do laundry and things like that to help them out a little bit so they could focus on the infant, yeah, on the baby, yeah.
Do you do diapering?
Diapering too. Yes, they do, yeah.
To the child. And people accept that. That's not an issue. But sometimes we get tired too and need a break. And that's that you're kind of filling in that gap. So I just want to make sure, Franklin, that you understand this is not nursing care per se. Nursing care is a part of it, yes?
Yes.
But there's so much more. Tell us some more.
Well, we also help client with after surgery, post surgery. We could help them, shower because they have to make sure they don't wet the area, like their bandages and things like that. So our aide, very skillful, could go there and help them with bathing and make sure the area, doesn't get wet. Yes. And with new mom, as I said, they could help with light housekeeping, laundry, so that way the mom could focus on the baby and or take a nap, Also with handicaps as well. So we could help them from transportation and things like that. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, so where there is a gap in what people need to have done when they're just not themselves, when somebody's had a surgery or somebody just needs a break because they're exhausted. So there's so much more than meets the eye, Franklin, and it's right here for these people because you don't know how they can help you. You may have a particular need that you just wouldn't even consider calling outside help for, but you guys fill in the gaps.
Yes, we are, definitely. And in addition to providing home care aid to help client, we also have different programs such as meal delivery, the emergency response system, which, like I'm falling, I cannot get up, that line on TV. We have exactly not more advanced actually product that you could have a pendant or watch, and the family actually could monitor the client's the mom or grandmom's living situation as far as is the temperature appropriate. Sometimes you could see the temperature gets to 90 and they could call them and say, the temperature is too high or too cold, things like that. So it's very advanced. They could monitor just on their cell phone. And they could just press one button. The client could press one button and they could call to the care giver. Yeah.
Is that you?
They could call to us or their family member.
Okay.
So if they put down 3 family member, if I have an emergency, I'm falling, I could just press situation is yes.
Okay. And if there were an emergent situation such as that, would you be able to do hospital transport?
We could transport, definitely, yes. But a lot of time we ask we will recommend to call 911 because have the professional, to come in and help with that situation. Yes.
I understand that.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a somewhat fairly standard conception of what home care would entail. A lot of baby carriages and women are busy, and dad's out doing whatever his dad's doing, although so many dads are so much more involved now than perhaps 20 years ago. But the ability to also take care of themselves is so important, because if your cup is empty, you can't share it. And every child deserves mom's full attention, but mom has to have that full attention present. So that is a really significant situation here that is available to you. What else can you tell me that's different or new, or the rest of the story? Jan, you've been in this for a long time, right?
Yeah, it's been 20 years actually.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
20 years, and we are actually residents here in town for over 30 years,
Oh,
right?
my.
So
Wow.
part of the community, and I think that's one of the very close to the area. So when there's an emergency or there's a storm or whatever, they don't have to come from Newark or whatever, right? They just come from a mile away. So that's one thing that we make sure that all these caregivers are locally based. And we know the town, right, for so many years, right, part of the community. Susan mentioned a little bit about also about recuperative care from people who go into surgery. So it's amazing how many of the situations are, right? Somebody goes for just a simple operation, right? Just a day thing, right? They come home. They need somebody for a couple of hours, right? A lot of the agencies don't do that, right? They go like 4 hours, 5 hours, a couple of days a week. We just go in, help somebody for 2 hours, right? And that's it. And then the next day, they're gone, right? Because the person doesn't need anybody else. So this is some of the other things that we do, and also the attention to details, right? So before we take on a case, typically we go in and we assess the situation, right? Make sure, are there any hazards in the house? Are there any pets, any carpets that are potential accidents to trigger accidents? Then we go in with a caregiver on our own dime, right? And then try to do the matchmaking between the caregiver and the customer. And we don't assign just a random person. Okay, you're gonna have somebody tomorrow morning. We spend a lot of time to make sure there's the right fit, right? So there's small nuances, right? But actually make a big difference in terms of having a happy customer.
That boils down to trust.
Yeah.
And knowing the two of you are going to offer to people, because it comes from your heart. Because the care is not just a word, Franklin. It's a deed here. And we've known Jan for a very, very long time. Susan just for a fairly recent long time. And their hearts are in this. They're not just in business to be in business. They really care about their clients. Their customers just share that they feel safe, that they feel welcomed, and that they feel like their needs are being met. And not because they're paying for it, but because because that's who they are. And as you can hear, another satisfied almost client is on the move. Let's see, long-term care. What does that entail? Who wants to do that?
You could go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes,
whatever.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
I mean,
Doesn't
long-term
matter.
care is actually relates to two different things. One, the fact that we are taking long-term care insurance, right, for customers. So there's a lot of customers, right, that pay for the long-term care, and we can process that. We can do all the paperwork for the customer with the insurance company, so make it very easy for customers. That's one aspect. The other one, we have customers that have been with us for years, right? So we provide, we saw them in different stages of their issues that they have, whatever, right? So we have them for 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever years, right? So we have very loyal customers. They've been there for a long time. Yeah, so that's another aspect of the business, right?
Well, you become like family.
Yes.
We are.
Right.
That's what
We
Susan
are,
said
yeah.
at the
Right,
beginning,
yeah,
right?
right.
We are an extended family, right? And we have, it's interesting, you know Franklin as well as we do. There's so many elderly here that their families live outside of this area, right? So we have most of the sons or daughters of our customers live in LA and Denver and whatever, right? So we deal with all the situations. When things happen, who they call first? It's us, right? Hey, my mom has this and this and that, right? Just like kind of go and check on them, right? So can the caregiver take her here and there, right? So we become, after a couple of months, you become really the extended family.
Yes.
Oh, Oh, that's so funny. Not that it's funny, but we have a friend whose mother likes to go for rides in the car. And she doesn't like to drive by herself. She likes somebody to drive her. Would you do something like that?
Yes, of course.
Okay, okay. That sounds like a very small thing to request.
yes.
But there are some agencies who would say, no, no, I'm just nursing care. I'm just palliative care. I'm just theoretically medical care. And if you want to go for a ride, call a taxi. No, but that's, you will offer that.
We will offer that. Yes, the client needs it. That's a pleasure. We definitely would take them for a ride. Yes.
Oh, I love that. That's so nice.
We have customers that want to go out to dinner, right? Once a week, right? So they take our caregiver and they go into whatever restaurant and just like chit chat for a few hours, right? And and they just want a young person to talk to, right?
Go to dinner with them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But that's so lovely.
Yes,
But
it is very
do
lovely.
you
Yeah.
take them to concerts too?
Not concert. Yes. No.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends
Not
on the
concert.
music, right?
Yes, sometimes,
The
yes,
senior
yes.
centers, we take them to,
We want to make sure it's a safe environment.
A safe environment,
You know,
yeah.
So yes.
Of course, I was kidding.
never know.
But that's just lovely. That's just lovely. This is not just nursing. I'm going to put a Band-Aid on you, and I'm going to monitor after I'm reading my cell phone for an hour. Just say, oh, they have to take a pill at 4 o'clock. No, you're there. You're present.
Yeah, we have
You're present. You make people feel like they deserve to be cared for, and that they can trust that you will. And that's just lovely, Franklin. How do,
And what Susan mentioned about the technology, really advanced technology we have in place, is really to extend the number of hours that somebody keeps an eye on the person, right? It's not just the person falls and, okay, calls, emergency, go to hospital. It's just what happens at those hours, or the customer is home, right? And the son, the daughter, whatever, granddaughter, they want to know how they're doing, right? So they can check on them, and this way gives them their peace of mind, right? From 3,000 miles away. Yeah.
or 2 miles away.
2 miles away.
Even 2 miles. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So you're the missing link.
Yeah.
Really, there are a lot of home care organizations, but there are not necessarily home caring,
Yeah.
which is it's an extension of what you're doing. Let's go back to insurance just for a second. You touched on that. Is there insurance policy in place? Or do you observe insurances of your clients?
We actually a private pay company, right? Private pay, with the only exception being long-term care, where we work with the companies, with insurance companies, to help customers process all the, I guess, the invoices, the payments, and everything else, so they can get very quickly reimbursed.
So you'll do the paperwork.
We will do the paperwork. Yes. Yeah.
That's huge.
It is, and it's
Clients-
overwhelming.
clients
Yeah.
appreciate it, because somebody is helping them out. Yeah.
Well, but somebody who's knowledgeable in the industry who knows that, okay, no, that's not what they're looking for on page 2. So that you can fill in the gaps and that you know that they will be serviced properly because they've given the correct information.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
There's another aspect
and-
too that we
yeah.
just start getting into.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
It's with veteran care, right, which is such an important piece of the whole care system, right? Yeah, because there's so many veterans that don't even know the type of benefits that they have, right? And there's so much money that's available for them for anything from even for themselves or for spouses, right, to get home care. And sometimes you talk to some of these folks, and they have no idea. There's, I would say, thousands of dollars a month available, right? So we are certified with the Veteran Association, right? And we can help them determine if they qualify for benefits, and if they qualify, how they can access their benefits, how they can connect to the VAs and everything else, right? So this is a new thing that we start doing, and we're very, very happy. It took a long time to qualify with the VA in the VA system, but now we are. Yeah.
Wow,
We
that's
are
amazing.
Approved, yes. Approved by the VA. Yep.
Gosh, well, again, another aspect of home care that you didn't necessarily think was available on this kind of a level. So that
It's incredible.
you're friends with the ability to extend beyond just administering medication at a certain time. You're there. You're there for people.
No, that's true. Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we
here.
hear that.
We need the help.
How does somebody reach you?
call.
Call however your best reachability is.
Right. It's call 732-873-9063. Contact us or on our website, which is homehomecare.com/Somerset.
Okay. Are there hours that you observe?
Well, working hour is pretty much from 9 to 6, but we work 24/7. Yeah.
So if you have a new client who requires a medication, let's say at 2 a.m., would you be there?
We don't administer.
You don't
medication. We
stay over
yeah, we
necessarily.
don't
Okay.
Administer medication. Yes.
But do you tell them it's 2 o'clock?
Yes. We will answer the phone. Believe it or not. Yes.
Oh no, I do believe it.
Yes. Yes, we do.
I get that from you.
You're right.
Yeah.
And we're in over 60 locations, Franklin. So you will find Jan and Susan in those over 60 locations. So we're thrilled to have you as part of the Franklin Reporter family. Really, I'm
We are
glad.
very happy as well. Thank you. Yes.
Good. Is there anything else that you would like people to know?
No, I think we cover a lot. You covered a lot. It just come. I think it's each case is separate. Each case is different. You know, everybody comes with a different need, and we can address that. Anything from situation where you have a an elderly comes and they want to say they want to have a service, right? And you go in and you realize the house is a hazard, right? Because there's stuff everywhere, right? So it's just the first step is that let's take care of that first, right? So you're in.
Is there somebody has 4 dogs?
We do not take care of the pets like that. Okay. But we could help them with tidy up
Okay.
and make sure the area is clean.
Okay. So somebody out of a surgical situation would need somebody to come in and walk the puppy.
Okay.
Yes
So
or
we
no?
could,
Yes?
we
Okay.
could, yes, that is one of the requirements. Then we will find somebody to take care of that pet. Yes.
Okay. So you would dress the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a one-off situation kind
Or
of.
even
Yes.
need to go into a surgery, right? We are, but we can help. Somebody has grass like this, right, to cut, right? We know people that can come in and do it. I mean, there's situations, right? If somebody's in the house and cannot do things, we understand all those situations. We try to address all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really just so all-encompassing. It doesn't seem like there's anything you can't do or that you aren't open to trying to do. Right, exactly. I'm sure you could name a few things that you're, oh, no way. But for the most part, when we're talking about compassionate care, not just for seniors, but also for new moms and for those who are newly overwhelmed for whatever reason, that you have friends here who can help you in your home. So again,
Website is homehelpershomecare.com/Somerset.
okay. Jan, your parting words?
It's just we're very, very grateful of this relationship with the Franklin Reporter. Thank you for coming here to talk to us and deliver the message to the community. And we're very happy to help whoever needs to be helped.
Okay. That's the message. That's a wonderful message. And we thank you for your acknowledgement of our role, because your welfare is important to us. We said from day one, which was 11 years ago, I think this week, that we're always going to bring Franklin to Franklin. And however we can help, that we try to bring our constituents and our advertisers and people that we've grown to know and care about in the community, to bring their message to those who don't have that message. So this is a good one. This is a wonderful message. These are very caring people. And if you need to be cared for, please call Home Helpers. And again, Susan, one more time.
732-873-9063.
Okay. Here they are, Home Helpers.
Thank you.
Okay. We thank you, Franklin. PJ Parker, Franklin Reporter and Advocate. We will be back.